Hello and welcome to a new lesson. Is language gift of God? Lecture 2. Let's discuss about this concept. Whether language has been created by God or is it man-made. The first idea is notions about how language evolved. In this lesson, we will talk about what is the origin of language. You should know that there are two fundamental beliefs about how language originated. And the first one is belief in divine creation, that everything is created by God. And the second one is natural evolution hypothesis, that everything in this world has been created out of evolutionary process. So in this lesson, I will just talk about belief in divine creation. And in my next lecture, I will talk about natural evolution hypothesis. So let's discuss belief in divine creation. Sometimes we also call it belief in divine tradition. And what is belief in divine tradition or creation? That everything is created by God. God has created innumerable things: the sky, the sun, the moon, the earth, millions of things. Whatever we see around us is creation by God. And many writers, many poets have written a lot about glorification of the majesty of God. In what way God has fashioned the world, in what way God has fashioned human beings, in what way God has created the universe. So according to this tradition, the fundamental belief is that everything is created by God. And since everything is created by God, so is the language. How can, if universe can be created by God, so large and so mysterious, the sea can be created by God, so big and huge, unfathomable, so why not the language? So from this perspective, language is one of the creations of God. It is gift of God to humans. And we should not doubt from that logical point of view in terms of your belief in divine creation and in divine tradition. Okay, we continue our discussion with the same idea. So according to the belief system of great religions, like you have Judaism, you have Christianity, you have Islam. They believe that Adam gave names to all living creatures. They believe that the first human being who was created by God is Adam. And after Adam was sent down to earth, he was taught by God to name most of the living creatures, so that this could become an example for the generations to come how to communicate with one another. Language is a gift of God for humans. In this way, we can say that thus magical properties of language believe in special powers of language that help in prayer, controlling people, objects and spirits. So what here I mean to say is that since God has created language, we believe that language contains the magical powers. And when we say magical properties of language, it means that language has special powers through which you pray. And sometimes your prayer is heard by God. Sometimes you curse a person and that person is ruined, destroyed. Sometimes you pray for the person and that person becomes successful in life. Sometimes somebody is ill and you pray to God, "Oh God, please give him good health," and he becomes healthy. So what do we understand by this example? That language has the power, magical powers, special powers in terms of cursing others or praying for others. It is the language with which we control people. We influence people. Great prophets, great messengers, great people, great leaders, through their speech, they control people. They mobilize people. They influence people. So if they can be mobilized, influenced and controlled, it means what? It means that language has the magical properties. We cannot deny it. And the last point is objects and spirits. How the language can be able to control the objects and spirits. If you know the magic, if you are a very religious person, a spiritual person, you communicate with God in some way or the other, you are given the power sometimes to control the objects, sometimes to control the spirits. You are given divine power, and you have so many other mysterious and magical things happening around us. So what we come to the point is that the first idea, how language originated, is our belief in divine creation. And since language is a gift of God to people, therefore it has the magical property to influence people, control objects, communicate with God, and do so many other things with the language. If language is just a collection of codes, or if language is just a sort of symbols and signs without having any deeper spiritual influence in it, then how can language play its magical role upon the heart and mind of the people? You can also think yourself about this aspect of language. Okay, now review of lesson, what we have discussed so far. Language is the gift of God to humans. According to Judeo-Christian-Islamic beliefs, Adam gave names to all living creatures. And the third point is magical properties of language. Believe in special powers of language that help in controlling people, objects, and spirits. Now we move on to the next, that is to say, test your knowledge. According to divine tradition, language is a gift of God. Is true or false? Think about yourself. And it's true. Adam did not give names to things as religious beliefs suggest. I think it's false. Adam did give names to things. We have the third question. Language is the gift of God to humans. Yes, it's true. God has created innumerable things for us. And the last question is, like so many other things God has created, language is one of them. I think it's true. Hope you understand the concept. Thank you and goodbye. In my next lecture, I will talk about language as an evolutionary process. Till then, goodbye.